Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Simple Stories Saturday, hosted by Joanne Bartell, where we'll all be using our simple stories to create a layout. And I will be using this picture right here of my granddaughter Hope. And oh, I am going to use that punch. I had one laying out for the last video. I forgot about using it. So I wanted to make sure I pointed it out, and I even punched a few early so I wouldn't forget. And that die is Alta new, and I just got it. Joanne had used it in the video, and oh, I loved it. I am using Simple Stories Family Fun, I think, for about everything. There might be a scrap that's something else, but it's still Simple Stories if it is. And there's all the papers. Of course, I don't have all the papers left. I bought 2 sets of the collections, but I have used a lot of it. I had these scraps here. One I already trimmed down. I'd made some arrows for one layout, so these are the scraps from the arrows. And I tried one to see if it would look all right. It's a little bit crooked. I think all three of them might be a little bit, but I'm overlaying and tucking under, trying to cover that up. And this one, like, that's one of my most favorite pieces. The gray with the little stars, love that. So I was glad to be able to use it on here. I didn't even notice it until I went to turn it over to put the glue on it. And I thought, oh my goodness, it wins out over the banners anytime. The biggest piece has little puzzle pieces on it because this is family fun. So it's like family game night, going to the movies, and things like that. However, my photo is not of family. It is from school. I have this blue one here, and I am going to make it into a banner. And I think one or two others I'm going to make into a banner, but a few I'm just going to leave very long rectangular, I guess you would say. And see that ticket one there to the right? I had planned to use it all along and had a different photo. Well, photos, it was 3 photos. And I just couldn't seem to get it any way that I wanted because I had other stuff in mind to die cut and use with it, and I couldn't see how I was going to get them on here. So I switched photos. And I don't want to use that kind of minty green because in the photo, Hope's shirt is green, and that was the shirt all the kids wore that day. So I wanted to use that color. The green that is in this collection is close to it, but not quite. But I thought if I put enough of the green, it'd bring out the green in her shirt and look like it was at home on the layout. So I am using some cardstock. So it's a good thing we can use cardstock. But I had pulled out this blue strip to use in place of the mint one that I had laying there for, I know, a couple hours before I decided I wasn't going to make that layout. And also, there's a lot of red in this photo. And so I wanted to use red on the background, so I used the puzzle one. And I had a bigger one for the other layout I had in mind. So the layout's similar. It's just I couldn't get the 3 photos to work on it. And the die cuts that I was using too. Um, I made a little pocket in the back of this, and I used my powder tool and around the edge of the tape so it wouldn't be sticky. Because if you can tell, I showed that how the color wheel was going to fit on there, and I was afraid I was going to kind of keep mashing it, and uh, decided I'd put cardstock on the bottom and just make sure nothing got mashed in there. I didn't want it to be all messed up on the layout after a few pulling out of the my faves. And I'm going to have Hope write on there. She's a pretty good writer, and she likes to learn new words all the time. If she hears anything on the TV she's not sure what it is, she'll ask, and the next thing you know, she's using that word in a sentence. So I thought she could figure out single word things to put in there that she had fun from that day. And had to do it soon. When I ran across this photo, I thought, I really need to get these photos scrapped soon before she forgets all about that day and can't think of things and that she wants put as um, oh, memories on the back of the layout usually, but this one on there, I just thought that little notebook thing with my faves on there was just too cute not to have it on the front. I'm I cut some of these things I already had made up and left over from other layouts where I changed my mind. The ones that I actually layered ahead of time for this layout has green and black on them, but then the ones that don't have green and black, they are, well, don't have green and or black. They are ones that I did today. That one little circle there that I just put on that gear, it is a gear. It was a set of gears I got, I believe, off Amazon once. And I just threw them in with my Tim Holtz ones, which were smaller, just so I'd have some bigger ones. But I thought I'd have a few more circles on here that, which was already cut out and in this collection, that are different colors so that I can bring out other colors in the photo and in the collection too. So I am just cutting them in half and tucking them under or just putting them on top. That punch I showed is supposed to be a snowflake, but I really think it can be a lot of other stuff. So I'm just thinking it's a fun shape to throw on here. Being another color besides white, it helps you forget that it is supposed to be a snowflake. I had some tickets that I had cut apart to use in embellishments on the layout, and there was a green one, but like I said, the green in the collection is a different color, so I didn't use the green one, but I did tuck in one of those little, I'm gonna call it asterisk instead of snowflake, and have some green there with my tickets, just not a green ticket. I seen this little teeny tiny bit of scrap laying over there. When I matted the photo, I had trimmed that off one of the sides and I went ahead and threw it in the tray. I might need it for something. I don't throw scraps away unless they're really small, and I can't think of any idea I could possibly use it. So when I seen it laying on the tray, I thought, oh my goodness, I can use that. So I made one more layer across there. This little cluster here, it's the one in the center was already made and it's having a blast, but I've got the word fun and then I've got admit one, and I really need to get orange in there again where it's more dominant. So I went ahead and used the circle having a blast. But then I'm going to end up putting an orange arrow on there. So I still would have had three, but it's all right. The arrow that I had fussy cut out and layered just wasn't working. And I could see the arrow from the foam pieces, the phrases, title thingies. Oh, I can use that instead. I was wanting one more phrase sticker up there in that cluster. I like the happy times and having a blast, but I thought I want something else to add to it. So I pulled out another sticker and it says, if it involves fun, count me in. And so I am layering it on green and on black, and I'm going to put it up there in that little cluster at the top. And I'm also going to add one more asterisk up there. Well, a half of one, not a whole one. I am going to add it up there, and I think I'm getting pretty close to being done. So while I am doing all that, I want to mention that down there below, you'll find the links to everybody else that are doing the Simple Stories Saturday, and it will be the links to their channel. So you might see a bunch of other videos that you want to watch when you hop on there. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to do the Simple Stories. Simple Stories is one of my most favorite collections. So uh, yeah, I really look forward to Simple Story Saturday because I know what I'm going to use in advance. I am throwing a few enamel dots on here, dark blue and I'm going to end up using them all because I'm going to think, oh, there's just a few left and they're tiny. I'm going to go ahead and put them on here. So yeah, I went ahead and put them all on there. And this little sticker, um, I'm going to put it over there to the left of that little black and white strip. I thought, well, I want to build that up just a little bit more and bring it out just a little bit more. And then I'm going to see this. Well, it's a tab with a camera on it and it's laying there. And I don't know how many times I picked it up for other layouts and it did not make it on there. It came off the sticker book a long time ago and it really was not sticky anymore. But it ended up on this layout finally. So it's so cute there. But that's it. That's my layout. And I had a lot of fun making it. I love to sit in Scrapbook and watch YouTube videos while I'm doing it. And so I look up a lot. I might stop a lot too. It might take me longer to get my layout done. But I do cut it all out so y'all don't see that. But yeah, I like having the company while I'm scrapping. But there's that awesome die about Altenew. And there's the kind of replication of the circle and over there on the left and the orange fun, and then the one over there that says admit one with the orange, and then going on up kind of like diagonally up the page with the orange. But I really appreciate you all stopping by and watching my video, and I hope you take the time to watch everybody else's video for today. But have a happy scrappy week. Have fun on the hop. Bye.